My heart story begins January-ish, about 2013. I'm supposed to go on a field trip with my son, and I wake up not feeling very well that morning. Shortness of breath, I'm thinking, hey, maybe I'm coming down with something. My heart's racing again. I get up to go to the refrigerator. I'm like, maybe my blood sugar's low, who knows? And I'm gonna grab some orange juice, right? And next thing I know, that's where I wake up. I start vomiting blood. I reach over to grab the house phone to call 911. I call the operator and she tells me, I need you to crawl to the front door. Can you get to the front door? I said, I don't think I'm gonna make it to the front door. She goes, I need you to try to get to the front door so you can let the paramedics in, or else they're gonna break your door in. So I scoot. I can't even crawl. I'm so weak I can't crawl. I scoot. I'm dragging blood with me as I scoot. And I just remember, don't die, don't die. That's all I can think. I don't want this to be the way my husband and son find me. And I make it to the door. I unlock the front door. The paramedics come in. They hook me up to the monitor, and I'm in atrial fibrillation with RVR, which is rapid ventricular rate, which can be very dangerous very quickly. The paramedic actually knows my husband. He calls my husband. My husband meets us at the house by the time I'm on the ambulance, and we get to the hospital. There they let me know, hey, this is serious. You really need to have this procedure. You need to have an atrial fibrillation ablation, and we need to do it quickly. Well, I'm still not convinced because, they told me I'm young. It's SVT, supraventricular tachycardia, so why should I go have this procedure now? I'm young, why do I need it? Well, a couple of months later, I'm running a bath for my son, and he comes in the room screaming. He's bawling. And I said, what's wrong, baby? And he said, Mama, you didn't answer me. I didn't know if you would ever answer me again. I didn't know if I would ever see you again. And that was a turning point for me. Like, no, I am your mother. I worry about you. You don't worry about me. And I decided to go have the ablation. The first one worked for a while, and then we had to go have the second one, in which I have done well since. I am treated with medications, and I have an implanted device, but I'm doing well. And it's been almost 12 years that I have survived atrial fibrillation. And for women, I say listen to your body. For me, I think a lot of it was I knew what was going on, but I need to take care of everyone else, especially being a nurse, and take care of my family. But I realized being sick, I couldn't do that. Being well, I can, and not have my husband or son worry about me. I'm Crystal Elliott, and this is my
heart story begins when I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, diabetes, arrhythmia, and calcification. This journey led me to, in 2015, have a stroke. That has led me to try to eat healthier, but also to educate others of the awareness and the prevention to stop strokes, because mine was due to high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, and unhealthy lifestyle. I was extremely overweight, so I decided that if I was going to share with others that a healthy lifestyle, especially the American Heart Essential 8, I was going to do it myself. So I have walked this journey where I have lost over 100 pounds. I became vegan, so I eat very healthy. I exercise. I love boot camp. So I had this genetic disorder called calcification. My father died of a massive heart attack at 44. So now I basically go around telling people, hey, know your family history, please. You can't fight a disease you don't understand, right? So get knowledge. American Heart has a lot of knowledge. So get healthy, eat, walk, sleep. Share your information with your family, your friends. Know your family history. My name is Mercedes Cruz, and this is my heart story.
My heart story begins with my father. It was Easter weekend, and he had just finished preaching, I believe, the fifth or the sixth, seventh word for our seventh last word services. And I knew he was a little different. He was a little bit quieter than he normally is, and my dad is a quiet person. So when all said is done, you know, we go our separate ways. He goes home, I go home. And then at 4 a.m., I get a call from my brother, and he said, Dad is in the hospital. He had a heart attack. I've never moved so fast in my life. I got all the way down to Mansfield, and they said he was gonna be okay. So the hard part was over. So in the days and the weeks following, I found out that my father had a full blockage in his left anterior descending artery, which is called a widowmaker heart attack. They are fatal most of the time, so we are lucky to have him. And one of the things that flabbergasted me the most about this experience is that my father has been in and out of the doctors and the hospitals for the past 2 years, probably once a month, a doctor's appointment, and nobody caught it. And so my takeaway from that was you have to advocate for yourself. You have to ask what's going on, what are these tests for, have you checked everything? He hadn't been feeling well for a long time. My name is Damaria Choice, and this is my heart story.
Begins at birth. I was born with congenital heart defects, and I was not expected to live overnight. I had my first cardiac procedure performed at 3 hours old, and now 41 years later, I still face daily complications from that. So I was really restricted as a child for activities to be involved in, too hot outside, too cold outside. I got to hang out with the nurse at school instead, and now I am a pediatric nurse today. As an adult, I have had several procedures done. As a child, I had 2 open heart procedures done and multiple catheterizations for ablations in my heart, and today I still face rhythm challenges all the time. I believe that adult congenital heart issues do not get spoken about enough, especially in women and especially when we reach the age of 40. So that is why I have become an advocate and part of the American Heart Association. I wasn't expected to live overnight, but I just recently celebrated my 41st birthday. My name is Megan Graken Pearson, and that is my
heart story began when I was 13 years old. My stepfather passed away due to a heart attack. He was alone when he passed away, so unfortunately he didn't have access to CPR or an AED. I was recently crowned Miss Heart of Texas Teen, so I'm fortunate enough to have my initiative, which is Healthy Lives for Happy Hearts, where I get to spread awareness for heart disease, as it is the #1 killer of Americans, and I get to teach people of all ages about CPR and AED certification and stress the importance of it and advocate for it. He was only 49 years old when he passed away from a heart attack. This disease can strike anyone. My name is Chloe Robbins, and this is my heart story.